Cooking is like music. It's very hard to recreate something that hasn't been done, right? Everybody's doing the same thing. So you just got to find a way to make it your own, put a twist, your own spin on it, and call it something that you did. Don't steer too far from the traditional, but just try to improve on it and, stay classic for the most part. But, that's kind of the way I see it. I don't try to reinvent the apple. We're heading over to Salt and Strings, local butcher that I work with. We're going to pick up a big porterhouse steak. We're going to get a couple ribeyes, some fresh ground burger, do a little cooking this afternoon. So they have a back door, leads right into the back of the shop, on the butcher shop, and I never go through the front door. I always pull in the back and sometimes check whatever they're smoking inside the smokers and we'll come through the back door. Our relationship is really good, so we can just go in there and tell them what we're looking for. Hopefully he has it, and they'll cut it right there for us, and out the back door we go.
Hey man, how are you?
Good.
See ya.
What are you cooking outside?
I smoked chicken today.
Ooh.
What are you getting into?
Oh, steak.
Steak?
Porterhouse.
Got lots of steaks. What do you like?
Porterhouse, 3-inch.
Porterhouse.
Couple ribeyes.
Okay.
And I need, 3 pounds of burger.
3 pounds of burger.
Right?
Let's see what I got.
Yeah. Aha.
Got the meats.
There you go.
Not a good sound.
Perfect.
Filet there.
Yeah, that's true.
3 inches.
Yep. Bistecca Florentina today. Poached in olive oil, seared on the grill, some rosemary and garlic, a little salsa verde.
Real bad. I've got a ton of gravel in my shoes, world on my shoulder, heart full of blues and in the dirt.
So I know what days they do beef, what day they do pork. When they do beef, they gotta scrub the whole place down, and then they do pork. This place is awesome, man. Awesome. We got fresh 80/20 ground chuck. Got some ribeye. Then the crown jewel right here, man. This big porterhouse, 3-inch Bistecca Florentina. When I started cooking, got it from my mom. My mom was 100% Italian and did a lot of cooking when we were kids. And in the 6th grade, I went into home ec. I was the only boy in the home ec class. So I took wood shop and home ec and started cooking, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade and through high school. But really started at a young age. And that's always something that drove me what I wanted to do. And here we are today, years and years later, still cooking. I guess a starting dish for me was kind of the grill. I really started grilling and smoking meats and working with a lot of proteins, and that's really where I first started. And then over time, you go through the smoking stage, you go through the different types of meat cooking, and then eventually, got into much better in different areas. But I'd say, on the grill is kind of where I originally started cooking. What keeps me going for cooking? It's always learning. So there's always stuff that you don't know. There's things you can learn each day. So I think the nature of just learning something new each day and trying to get better at what you do to master your craft. But that's got to be what keeps me driving. And it's a daily occurrence. So every day you'll learn something new, and you'll pick up a secret from this guy or that guy, and just be a sponge and learn as much as you can and just try to master it. So we started out of a food trailer, and the food trailer was going well. Lines out the door was great, and the city come by and says, "Hey, the rules have changed. You need to open a restaurant." So we basically opened up Geno's Grill, and Geno's Grill was a kind of an upscale hamburger place that we had some gourmet burgers. We did a different burger for a special every week, and cooked in that. I went out to Arizona and cooked in a very large high-end sports bar and worked with a great chef out there. And we had a food truck in Arkansas, Johnny B's, that we opened. That one lasted a couple of years, and the logistics were just too bad with me here. And then I decided to start doing farm to table, and that's what we've been doing ever since, is farm to table dinners. Very intimate, 14 people, 10 people. We cook for you, we prep, we do it all. So it's literally me cooking, me prepping. We do have servers, but we like that atmosphere way better. It's more customized, and that's what's been keeping us rolling here, is those farm to tables. Yeah, cooking competitions. We did a local fair, county fair. We had won 3 divisions on the grand champion with the pork and the chicken and the burger. The barbecue competition, our team name was called Grillin' and Chillin'. And my buddy's wife come up with that, and she made us aprons, and it said Grillin' and Chillin'. And we were literally just grilling, drinking beer, relaxing, and next thing you know, trophy and the check. It was awesome. So I didn't go through culinary school. I was self-taught, working in restaurants in Arizona, in the food trucks, and just cooking all the time, research, reading books, working on recipes, learning how to break a chicken down. I had no idea how to cut a chicken, so I jumped on YouTube. And believe it or not, there's great chefs that teach you exactly how to cut it. Within 10 minutes, you can lay a chicken out perfectly. A lot of big chefs have never went to culinary school. And do I think you need it? I think it helps. I think it gives you a jump start into your career, where a guy who doesn't go to culinary school, you really got to go prove your weight in the kitchen and see what you can do to get in. So, but we've definitely done that, and we're on to bigger, better things now. So. So we're taking a trip to Ocho Rios on vacation with the kids to beaches, and my wife and kids were on one side of the plane. I was sitting on the other at the aisle, and 2 people were next to me, and we went, I don't know, halfway through the flight maybe, and I finally said hello, and we got talking, and come to find out, who was sitting next to me was a lady by the name of Anna K. Tomlinson, who is Miss T's Kitchen in Ocho Rios. And she said, oh, I own a restaurant, you're on vacation, and we get talking. And I tell her that, I have a farm-to-table dinner that we do and, things of that nature back here in the States. So she had invited us to lunch. So we go to Miss T's for lunch, and she puts on this huge Jamaican authentic spread. And her and I get talking, and she says, hey, I have a new restaurant we're opening up at Murphy Hill. It's way on top of the mountain, top of Ocho Rios, the very highest point. So she said, would you like to help me develop my farm-to-table menu? I said, man, I'd be honored, So I'm thinking, what do we do? What do we come up with? So I took the porchetta, which is an Italian rolled roast pork dish that we do, and I told her, I said, look, we can take your jerk pork and turn it on its head, and we'll cook it porchetta style with the crispy skin and authentic spices. She loved it, so I came back to the States and just worked on this porchetta, and got it to where we called it the jerketta. So it worked out perfect. I ended up going back to Ocho Rios with her. We sit down, we work on the menu, and we get the jerketta out. We had a tasting of 64 people that we served a 10-course tasting menu. The jerketta was one of the dishes, so it went phenomenal. So Miss T is probably the big stepping stone for me to my next step in the culinary, where we jumped with her. I start working with a manager out of Cleveland, and we recently have just signed on with a team of 4 other chefs. 2 of them being Food Network stars. One's an Iron Chef judge, one has been on multiple competitions. The other one is opening a new restaurant in Chicago, so what a pleasure it is to work with these guys and get started. So yeah, it's been jumping. It's really going in a pretty good spot for us, and we're anxious to see where we're going to go with what's coming forward.
I can't get diamonds so fast, and I don't wanna take you traveling the world, but I can love you. Yeah, I'm gonna love you.
Bistecca Florentina. All right, so this is poached in olive oil, rosemary, garlic, sous vide a little bit, finished on the grill. Let's see how we did. And I think just pure passion drives you to be a better chef, a better cook. You gotta love what you're doing. If you're just cooking for money and for a job, you're gonna stay monotone. So it's gotta be what's inside you to fuel you to get to that next level. And I think that's where we are now, so.
Cheers. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Holy crap. You serious?
Wow.
Dude, this is amazing.
Right? When I'm cooking, I went to the thing to say that love plus passion equals flavor. So if you love what you're doing and you're passionate about it, what you put on a plate is going to be awesome. So that's where you're going to develop the flavor. So love plus passion equals flavor. Done.